Welcome guys, welcome to another video. Today's topic is a topic that I've been getting a lot of questions from my friends, and I should think more people should know about it. Would you work out when you're sick? Good question, right? Let's get it. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Rhythms of Fitness. Thank you all of you for being here. Let's talk about that one topic that people that are overachievers like myself hate to admit. And it is the one question, the $1,000,000 question. Should you work out? You're sick. This past 2 weeks, I was sick. First, I think it was the common flu, and then it was whatever is going around. Everybody's getting it for some reason, everybody's going down. And I work out for my job. As you guys remember, as I might have mentioned, I'm a personal trainer myself. So one of the parts of my job is to stay in shape, because you gotta do what you preach, right? And another part of my routine is that I play in an indoor soccer club with my friends. So I gotta combine the best of the two worlds, the stamina of soccer and the strengthening component of the gym for me to use with my clients as well as myself. So week number one, I try, and I mean it, I try. But as soon as I felt a headache, things didn't go well. So my tips, these are a few tips that will help you ask yourself, decide whether you should go to the gym or rest it out. A day off is actually not so bad when you actually need it. Number one, what kind of sickness are we talking about? Because if you're talking personally, this is personally, like nobody else. If you're talking about muscle soreness, pre getting sick, you can deal with that. You can work out, around it. If you're talking about more like nasal congestion, I will think about it more, because, for your muscles to perform at a high level, you need to have a good oxygen intake. So you need to be able to, for your muscles to do full contractions. And if you're doing a sport that requires a lot of breathing, like soccer or basketball, you need to have your airway clear. And also, do you have a headache? Because if you have a headache, at least personally, that's my biggest downfall. As soon as I get hit with the headache, I'm down. Can't do much, because I like to lift. I like to lift heavy, or I like to do a weight that actually I can feel a contraction. But if I have a headache, there's not a lot you can do. Number two, are you on the beginning, the middle, or the end of your sickness? If you feel you're about to get sick, I can see why you might want to squeeze that last workout in before you go down. And I understand it. I wanted to, like I said, if you just feel a little sore here, and symptoms are level, I can see you pulling off a workout. If you're in the middle of a workout, I will recommend, not just for you, but for others, for you to stay away from the gym. Not because we don't want you there, but because these things go around and go around. I was fine last week, and then I got sick because my coworker was sick. So I was fine with my first sickness, and then I got sick from something else, and that was 2 weeks. And once you're at the very, very end of your sickness, like you feel like there, just about there. If you over exceed your body, push it too hard, you might go back down to bed. Number three, listen to your body. Key point, always listen to your body. Why? Because your body is going to tell you everything you need to know, whether you should push or call it a quits, call it a day, and go home and rest. Did you know that our bodies regenerate? They become stronger when we rest. It's like they go into maintenance, like your phone. You get the latest update, the newest bug fixes. You get the latest bug fixes when at night at rest in the background. So it's the same thing for our body. You sleep, you rest. That's what the whole muscle development, muscle growth, tissue repair happens. So if your body's asking you for it, I know it hurts to skip a day, especially if it's leg day, but you can go home safe and let your body go into maintenance for its own. If you do end up going to the gym, these are more 4 tips if you do end up going to the gym. Number one, if you're gonna lift lighter weight. Why? Because if you push your body too hard instead of doing it good, you're gonna do some harm to it. For example, I like to use 50-pound dumbbells when I do my overhead shoulder press. But this last time I was sick, I had to humble myself and go down to 35. Not because I couldn't do the 50s, but because my body was week. Out of 100% of performance, I was just at 100%, at a 70%, of my top. Number two, if you do go to the gym, slow it down a little bit. I've seen people, jerking weights, swinging weights up and down. And if you're sick, you want to make sure you avoid any like sudden movements. Why? Because your body, again, saying us last point, is not performing at its best. So you have to make sure that you give your body space, time, and the ability to have a reaction for your actions. Number three, I'll say do more of the unwanted exercises. Yes, you might want to go to the squat rack, you might want to go to the bench press, but this will be a good time to pay attention to those exercises that you don't actually do on a daily basis. Like pay attention to your core, do some hamstrings, do some traps, pay attention to the quality of your contractions. Last point is listen to your body. Your body is telling you how it feels. Your body is telling you how it's going to react. If you push, if you do it too fast, if you lift too heavy, and then your body tells you, you know what, let's not do this. You can either switch exercise, go for a modification. Don't be that guy, that person that tries to go for the really heavy chest press, and when because they couldn't do it, they just quit. Find another way to stimulate the chest with less pain. And if you tried the modification and your body's like, you know what, let's call it a day. Call it a day, go home, rest, and come back stronger. All right, guys, that's all I have for the video. If you guys want more exercise topics, I can tell you how I made some gains in the last couple of months, and also about the new gym membership that I got at Vasa Fitness. It's actually a pretty sweet place. It's kind of packed sometimes, but I actually like the place. It's so worth it. But hey, I'll tell you more about that later. Leave your comment here in the box. Tell me what do you do when you're sick? Do you completely stop or do you keep going? Thank you for watching. Comment, subscribe, share, and thank you for all your support. See you around.